If you're looking to generate leads in your real estate wholesaling business using PPC, make sure you watch this video all the way to the end because I'll be going into details on how you can get this done. Let's get into it. Now, when you're trying to run pay-per-click advertisement, the very first thing that you're gonna need in your wholesaling business is a website. You have multiple different options when it comes down to choosing a website. You can use websites off of REI Reply. You can use services that specialize in websites that you gotta pay for monthly. Or you can get somebody to custom build your website as well too. If you decide to go with REI Reply, it's only $49 a month. You can send text messages from REI Reply. You can send ringless voicemails, emails, you can cold call. And like I said, they have websites available too. Now, it may not be the best website choice, but you gotta realize you gotta spend time and customize your websites anyway because it's gonna be a out-of-the-box website anyway. And the same thing with OnCarrot. Now, OnCarrot does specialize in websites, and they said that your websites are good to go out of the box. But whenever I did have my Carrot site, I spent the time and add different keywords that may help my ad show up even more. Or the paragraphs that you see on the OnCarrot sites that they give you out of the box. I just completely reword everything because I did not want my website to be similar to no one else's. And they also have pictures on their websites as well too. What I did was I would take a property that I already wholesale before and I would replace that picture that they have on my website as well too, so that lets the seller know when they go on the website, okay, this website doesn't look like every other website that I see. Now, when it come down to custom building your website, that's gonna be way more to do. It may still cost you monthly just for maintenance, but of course you won't have to pay a monthly fee such as the $69 for the base plan with OnCarrot or the mid plan that's $99 with OnCarrot, or I believe the last one is $149 for the advanced website setup. You won't have to pay those fees, but you will have to maintain your website if you get it custom built. Now, the next step is actually setting up your Google Ads account. This process may take a couple of days because what Google is gonna do, they're gonna verify your bank account and they're gonna verify your address as well too. So they'll send something in the mail and they'll deposit some money into your bank account to prove that it's actually yours. Now, I completed this step back in, I believe it was 2019, so it may be a little bit different now, but after that is completed, you can begin running your ads. But it's still a whole process, and when I got started, the very first thing that happened after my Google Ads account was set up, you have to pick your bidding strategy, you have to pick where you're gonna be showing your ads at, and those main two right there are very, very important. When I first got started, I bought a course that taught me how to virtually wholesale, and one of the strategies when it came down to marketing was running Google Ads. And it also taught you that whenever you're running your ads, the more targeted your campaign was, the more money you're going to spend per click. So for example, my main market is Charlotte, North Carolina. So a cost per click just in Charlotte, North Carolina will probably be 3, 4, 5 times more than showing your ads in the state of North Carolina. So what I did was I targeted the whole North Carolina, and what I allowed that to do is figure out what pockets in North Carolina would potentially generate deals. And then what I would do, I would start cold calling and sending text messages and ringless voicemails in those areas as well too. My bidding strategy was an automated bidding strategy such as maximizing conversions, and what that actually focused on was finding sellers that type in the keywords that I chose, and my main keywords were sell my house fast for cash, or we buy houses, or companies that buy houses. And whenever somebody typed those particular keywords in, my ad would show up. But what I noticed with that automated bidding strategy was when Sell My House Fast showed up and my daily budget was only $33 a day, 3 clicks would completely wipe out that particular budget, or sometimes 2 clicks. But when somebody typed in companies that buy houses, that cost per click would only be around $2 to $3. So that's why you hear a lot of people say that Google ads are very expensive and you should have $3,000, $4,000 or $5,000 put to the side to run Google ads ads. If not, it definitely can run through the budget quickly. And after your $33 budget is spent for that day, your ads will stop running, or sometime Google will actually keep running your ads, but it'll be cutting into your budget for the next day or for the rest of the month because they know how much you want to spend per month. Now, I also started over and I used the manual bidding strategy. Now, don't make these mistakes that I made and call yourself starting over, because then Google has to relearn everything all over again, because it does go through a learning phase when it comes down to ads that you're running. And what I noticed from the manual bidding strategy and the maximize conversion strategies, I did get more leads when I used the maximize conversion strategy. And I also put a property under contract, but that was when I was first starting out and I had it contracted a little bit too high, but I did receive calls and I did receive lead forms from sellers that wanted to sell. Now, when it comes to running a successful campaign, you need to keep in mind that you're going to have to learn more about keywords. You're going to have to learn about negative keywords, because negative keywords are what's going to help Google understand what your campaigns are about. So whenever you see that you do have search terms popping up that's not related to real estate wholesaling, you need to add those to your negative keyword list. You also need to learn about broad match, phrase match, and exact match keywords as well too, because those are going to perform differently. If you use sell my house fast for cash as an exact match keyword, that keyword is going to cost way more than sell my house fast for cash broad match. Broad match can be a wider range of searches. So you just have to spend the time. If you want to learn how to actually set up your campaign properly, you definitely want to get this Google Ads book. This is the advanced book that I purchased. And I also have the Ultimate Guide to Google Ads, which this was the starter book that I got, and it helped build the solid foundation that you need to actually run a campaign. Now, if you're enjoying the video so far, please just hit the like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell so YouTube can see that this video is valuable and they'll push it out to a larger audience. And also, just leave a comment down below, let me know what's making you take the leap to actually start using Google Ads as a marketing channel. And let's get back into the video. Now, after you spent the time to learn about your broad match, your phrase match, your exact match, and how to set up your campaigns using manual bids or maximizing conversions, the next thing that's very important, which is probably the most important thing, is your ad copy. A lot of people don't understand how important that is, because if you can't get someone to click on your ad, how can you get them to fill out your lead form? You got to spend time researching the different ads that your competitors are putting out there. And whenever you see the ads that are actually working, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. And I'm also not saying to sit here and copy someone's ad, but what you should do is see what they have in their description of the ad, and you should make something similar that could potentially convert as well too. And when they start clicking on your ad, if you already have certain areas that you're going to be in, just create landing pages for those particular areas as well too. So if you're going to be in Charlotte, have a landing page for Charlotte. Or if you're going to be in Winston-Salem, have a Winston-Salem landing page that lists surrounding areas that's around Winston-Salem, so they can see that, okay, this person is actually in the area, so I know I don't have to guess whether they're going to buy my property or not. Now, whenever they do start filling out your lead form, you better believe you only have about 5 to 10 minutes to reach out to these sellers. Just because they're clicking on your ad, that doesn't mean they're not clicking on other ads and filling out the lead forms as well too. Another thing you got to realize, this type of lead is going to be different from people that you're sending SMS to or ringless voicemails or cold calling, because they're actually reaching out to you. So it may take you 1 in 12 leads to close a Google Ads lead, but it may take you 1 in 50 leads to close a SMS or ringless voicemails or cold calling lead. Like I said before, this type of lead is going to be way more expensive, so you definitely want to make sure that you getting back to these sellers in less than 10 minutes, because you don't want to lose that lead to somebody else that's going to pick up the phone right then and there and get the deal locked up and sold. Now, if Google Ads is not the right marketing channel for you, I recommend you check out this video here on my cold calling setup, because what that'll actually do is show you how you can set up a $99 setup and generate leads every single day, as long as you cold calling the right list. So definitely feel free to check that video out and get to generating leads. And another thing that a lot of people forget about whenever it comes down to running Google Ads is that you should also be trying to rank organically on your counties or your city Google search for different keywords. You should try to rank rank for sell my house fast or companies that buy houses. And guess what? That's going to bring in organic leads that don't cost you any money to generate, but you got to also understand that it will take time. So while you in the process of setting up your little footprints all over the internet in order to get your website to rank in Google search, that's the time you should be running PPC. Once you do start ranking in search organically, then you have a couple of leads coming in organically every day, and you will also have leads coming in from your PPC campaign as well too, which that's going to help you close even more deals. Now, when it comes down to generating leads organically, of course, like I said, your website has to be on point. You have to be stuffing the keywords into the paragraphs on your website. Your reviews page, you need to make sure that you have any reviews that you have from previous sellers that you put their property under contract. You need to have those reviews on your web page. You just need to have your website customized and look different from everyone else. When a seller comes to your website, you have to make them feel good about filling out the lead form and selling their property to you. Now, if you would like to add this marketing channel to your wholesaling business, but you don't have the time or you just don't have the patience to learn how Google Ads actually work, I will recommend hiring someone that specializes in Google Ads and real estate as well too, to set up your campaigns, to run your campaigns. But what I noticed is you do have some agencies that help run Google ad campaigns that say, hey, you need to let a campaign run for 3 to 4 months before you actually hand it over to us. And you must have a $5,000 budget in order to run the campaign as well too, because they know it takes money to get conversions, and they know that it actually takes time for Google to learn what your business is about in order to generate conversions as well too. But that's just one way that you can say, hey, I don't want anything to do with it. I want to hire somebody to do it, and you can just focus on other aspects of your real estate wholesaling business. Now, I just want to be clear, I haven't run a Google ad campaign in a few years. I'd rather spend my money right now in SMS, ringless voicemails, and cold calling, but I just wanted to give you my experience and try to help you not make some of the same mistakes that I made if this is something that you actually want to do. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.